I have a serious love-hate relationship with Returnal. Everything about this game is so well made, and the moment-to-moment action is quite addictive. But having to start over from the beginning every damn time I die makes this game too much of a slog. There's no way around it. This channel exists because of games like Returnal and how they get reviewed elsewhere. Enough talking in circles. Let's get into the Busy Gamer review of Returnal. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, the channel helping your gaming sessions be time well spent. Returnal's premise is simple. You've crash-landed on a hostile planet called Atropos and need to find a way off. Unfortunately, you discover that your first foray into the planet is not actually your first. After finding a corpse of your body and your handy sidearm, you must survive long enough to discover the mysteries of the planet and get the hell off. Now this is where things take an interesting turn. Wait, what's happening? Bringing bullet hell action out of the 2D realm and into the third dimension was probably not an easy task, but Housemarque has created a unique and exhilarating experience with Returnal's combat that is completely addictive. Let's see what makes the combat so great in our Busy Gamer review of Returnal. Welcome back to No Time Gamer, keeping your gaming cycles fun. Set against gloomy backdrops, the monsters of Returnal are strange aliens that spew a barrage of light balls, laser beams, and energy waves, creating the same effect as any proper bullet hell game. Housemarque's pedigree is firmly set in the bullet hell genre, and they successfully brought the joy and high energy from that genre and fit it into the three-dimensional landscape. This makes for some truly heart-pounding action and a great visual treat. Entering a room with multiple enemies hurling these projectiles at you keeps you on your toes and on the move. You're forced to prioritize enemies, thin the herd, and avoid getting hit at all costs to survive. Beyond your handy sidearm, you'll find a plethora of armaments hidden around Atropos, and each weapon comes bearing a secondary fire that is randomly produced each cycle. More on that later. You also gain a lightsaber melee weapon and dash power-ups to keep you out of harm's way, and you'll need it. Some encounters may be simple to take on, while others can bury you in a terrible rain of projectiles leading to quick death. Damn it, not again! Ever-changing biomes and randomly placed pickups keep every cycle of Returnal feeling both fresh and familiar. But after a while, trudging through the same bleak levels and repetitive enemies gets damn old. Especially when your survival is based not just on your skill, but also on how generous the procedurally generated map is with the weapons, pickups, layout, and enemy locations. Let's see how the roguelite elements make this game a painful roll of the dice in our Busy Gamer review of Returnal. Welcome back to No Time Gamer. I feel like I've done this before. Anyways, every time you die in Returnal, Celine, your character, returns to the beginning. Now, I don't mean the beginning of the level. I mean the beginning of the whole freaking game. No matter how deep you make it into the game, no matter where you are when you die, you go right back to the crash site of your ship and start again. Mostly. Some equipment and enhancements will remain attached to Celine's suit, and gate keys remain in your possession, so at least you're not required to fight biome bosses twice. Beyond that, you have to survive each biome in order, again, until you beat the game. And every time, the biomes are procedurally generated. Areas will be familiar, but their order will change, and the weapons and pickups offered each run will be different, meaning luck can be a big part of getting further in the game. I particularly remember one run where I was doing quite well. I was ready to face a mini-boss who had whooped me 3 times prior. When I got to it, the game randomly added 3 additional enemies to the area that were never there before, and I got mowed down again. I immediately shut up the game out of pure frustration. The next day, oh shit, here we go again. Returnal is a PS5 exclusive that will bend you over and rip you'll cry. With a serious time commitment needed to learn and complete each biome, and an inability to save mid-level or even after each biome is complete, Returnal is a frustrating game. Let's do some things and discuss some stuff about this game called Returnal. Welcome back to Old Fart Gamers. We bitch about hard games. Who the hell is this game for? It may be a really well-made game, but for busy people, games that can require a single 2 to 3 hour play session to make a final run in the game is ludicrous. I'm lucky if I can get an hour to play at any given time, so beating Returnal feels like fantasy. Sure, the early biomes are easy to get through, but each one adds time, and I already beat these places and bosses. What makes me so sad is that I love playing this game. The combat is a blast, the story is intriguing, the levels are hauntingly beautiful, but having to replay so much of the game and relying on luck combined with skill is frustrating. Even when I think I'm really getting into the groove of the combat and mowing down enemies, one false move or procedurally generated nightmare can ruin the run, and having to commit so much time at once makes it hard to even start playing at all, knowing it could all be a waste of time. If you can commit to long sessions and like a hard game, Returnal is a great game, but for busy gamers, Returnal is time hardly well spent.